What is up, car addicts? In this video, we're going to be customizing the Overflod Autarch. I don't even know how to say it. It's not a hypercar. It's a sports prototype or concept GT. Something much better. Need an advert. Huh. That's pretty funny. Well, I mean, it is in the supercars class, even though they say it's not a hypercar, but it's in the supercars class along with the X80 and all those cars. It's 1.95, so about $2 million. According to Bruffy's testing, he got a lap time, was like fourth place in the supercars class, about not even less than a second off the lap time of the number one car, obviously the Wagner. So it's a very, very good car. It's not bad at all. It's a good option to mix in there with different cars you can choose. You're not forced to pick the Wagner or forced to pick the X821. You can pick multiple cars. So, I already ordered it. Let's see what customization options we got. Look at that, the door's open. That's weird how they open. It's interesting. Obviously, we know Overflod and GTA means Koenigsegg. You know the entity, even though this car looks nothing like a Koenigsegg, maybe except for the signature Koenigsegg glass roof panel with the weird white shape there you can see on the roof. But I mean, other than that, the rest of the car is something else. I figured out what car it was when I saw the leaked photos. I can't remember right now. It's a very strange car. It's not famous at all. I'll leave the link to like a little pictures of the car in the description if you guys want to see what it looks like. I'll leave that in there. Alright, so let's go straight into the armor. Brakes.
All need to slow down.
So we got the front, we got the stock with canards. Looks great. We got the primary stock, okay. And a stock with canards. The canards don't look too bad. We have a secondary stock. Stock with canards. Okay, now this is the first completely different bumper. The other ones were just canards and secondary and primary colors. You can see the difference right there between the stock one and the customized one. And here you have the GT bumper with canards. Primary GT bumper. Canards, secondary. And then the okay, so I think I'm gonna do the primary
Think long and hard.
with the canard. Secondary looks a little better. We'll mix and match. Let's just leave the just do a stock with the canards. Here we go. So it's all carbon. You're not gonna have any colors messing around with it. So let's do a stock with canards. All right, here we got the diffusers. So we got the primary carbon and then secondary carbon. So the primary would just give you a little fins there, but in the primary color of your car, and then the secondary, obviously the little fins in your secondary color. So that's pretty cool. Right there, I'm gonna leave it stock because I want to keep the front skirt, the side bumper, and all that carbon.
Do you need a drink?
Here we have the engine
Bubbles
upgrade,
or something?
the exhaust. So right now it only has one exhaust tip coming out of it. Okay, here you have the dual. Obviously do that if you're gonna, because the single looks terrible. And here we have a titanium single, it looks like. Yeah, titanium single. And then the dual titanium, then a carbon single, then a carbon dual, aluminum, then dual aluminum. Okay, so this is a race car. Obviously I'm gonna do the dual titanium exhaust. Looks great. Fenders. Front canards. In real life what this does is just keeps the car a little more straight. And it gives you more downforce. Not sure how I feel about those. What is the rear do? What is this? Stock rear fenders? What's the difference between these and the stock ones?
Whatever you desire.
Okay.
Technology
Oh, I see. Because there's two different options. Okay. And then you have the secondary rear fender, carbon, and then vented, and then the same thing, vented, and then okay. Okay, so you can keep this the primary color of the car, or you can make it looks like secondary. You can match it with your secondary color if you want. So that's pretty cool right there. I think I'm gonna do the, and then you can do a carbon if you want the whole back to look like one piece instead of part of the fenders. But I like the whole fender look, so I'm gonna keep it primary color. So I'm gonna do vented. Then the hood. So you have a secondary stock hood, carbon, then you have crescent. Oh, that little vent right there. That is really cool.
How many cars you got in this
Okay, and then you
garage
have
again?
carbon. Then you have aggressor hood, which looks very, very nice. I like that a lot. Secondary, and then carbon. Carbon one looks really good. But I love the separation from the center. Kind of looks like a Ferrari Enzo to me. It looks really nice. So I think I'm going to keep the aggressor hood, but primary color. Okay,
Think long
here,
and
let's
hard.
do standard. You can do anything with the horns if you really want to. And then headlights, you have stock, and then you have the xenons.
There it
Okay.
is.
Then you have the plate, obviously. Do that. Let's put one of my plates on here. You can make these plates with the iFruit app, the iTrack.
Bodywork to match the driver.
And then we got the resprays. So let's do the resprays last. So here we have the skirts. You have the primary skirts, secondary, and then you have the primary carbon, the secondary carbon skirts. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to keep the stock ones that's all carbon because it kind of matches with the front bumper, the carbon piece that goes up.
Do you need
So it
a
looks like
drink?
the whole it looks really good like that. I
Bubbles
think
or
I'm gonna
something?
keep that. All right, the spoilers, the good stuff. So it doesn't look like this is increasing the traction at all. Well, the traction bar is maxed out, so this car maybe has downforce or something. But I mean, let's see what spoilers we got here. So you have the primary stock, which looks very nice. It's a very smooth spoiler. It makes it look like one piece across. It looks very nice. You have the secondary, and then you
Whatever
have the
you
stock.
decide.
Primary
Technology and
raised,
budget.
and then you have the line going down the middle, kind of like the Zentorno or a Lamborghini Veneno. I mean, or even the actual race cars that look like this. They have those. Helps with the straight line speed. Also the straight line performance. It keeps it more stable. And then we have the secondary raised, carbon raised, primary sports. So this looks very similar to the Tempesta spoiler. Then you have the secondary sport, primary aggressor. Okay, that's a very
If
interesting
you can
design. That
think
looks
it,
really cool actually.
I can do it.
The secondary aggressor, primary race, secondary race, GT. Okay, wow, there's a lot of spoiler options. High spoiler, secondary. Wow, that's a lot of different options to choose from. I really like this one though. This one is not that one. This one. This one is really cool. It's a really cool design. It
How
kind of
many
goes with
cars you
like
got in this garage again?
the sides, how it raises up. That's really cool.
Looks almost as
We're
good
gonna
as
do the
you.
primary aggressor. Suspension. Okay, this car is very high. Definitely gonna lower it. Let's do that. Competition
Should give you the right
suspension,
amount of
transmission,
bounce.
turbo, wheels. Alright, so we got the stock. That's the stock. I'm pretty sure you can paint these using the iFruit app. And then you can go with a bunch of these. Obviously, you can choose what you like. I'm just gonna go with one of these. I mean,
Think long and hard.
when it comes to wheels, that's 100% personal preference. We're just gonna throw some on here for now. Let's see here. Let's throw these on the S Racers in black. Look too bad. And then I'm not gonna tint the windows. It's a race car. Why are you gonna tint the windows on a race car? And then last but not least, let's do the respray as I promised at the end. All right. I already knew what color I was gonna paint this. I'm gonna do the red. Which was a formula. Yeah. Torino red.
Making
That looks
decisions
great.
is stressful.
And then secondary, what is that? I don't think we even have any secondary options. So it's not the brake calipers. Oh wow, it's the center of the roof. Oh wow, that's really cool. Huh. And then if you put any secondary pieces, that's what it would be. Wow. That is really cool. That looks really cool in white. If you get like a white stripe going down the middle or something, that would look really cool. I think I'm gonna leave it in black for now. We have a pearlescent going to our black. That sucks. Okay, so we're gonna have to put this classic Torino red. Okay, there we
Girl
go.
is looking good.
We have our secondary black. Perfect. Alright. Not too bad. Very simple looking. Nothing too crazy. Alright. So let's take it for a little drive. And for those of you who haven't logged into GTA today, snow is gone for a little bit. It will return for New Year's. It will return, which is just in a few days. So Rockstar always does that. They take it out and then they bring it back again for New Year's. All right, it's raining right now. Looks like you use some type of feel for the handling. Let's see the lights. So you have the sides, and then when you brake, it's the center light right there. Okay. See the suspension right there. Okay, let's take a look at the interior. First person. Alright, so this is the same interior that you find in the FMJ. Okay. You got the carbon mirrors right there. That's very nice. Alright, so let's open the doors really quick. See what opens and what doesn't open. I love the way those doors open. That's so cool. Very nice touch by Rockstar. Remote function. Doors. Oh, let's see what we got. Wow! I did not expect in a million years the front to open. Honestly, I did not expect that. Wow. That is awesome. Jeez, if you were to make me bet money on it, I was gonna bet that that hood would not open. I was so set on that it wasn't gonna open. That is crazy. In the back, we have the typical Turismo Cheetah engine. Not bad. It's not a bad looking engine, but I mean, they could have done something a little different. I mean, that engine is really annoying. It's in a lot of cars in GTA. But it's not bad. Okay. This thing looks like a Garati to me. I don't know. I guess it's because of the Enzo. It looks a lot like the Enzo to me. I didn't even look at the headlights. Look at that. It's got like little fog lights. That is really cool. That's awesome. Very cool looking. I'm guessing those are the high beams? I think the high beams. Wow. Alright, so let's do... I think this is... Let's see here. Oh yeah, two-wheel drive. I just double flushed it. That thing is crazy. Let's see. I can't really give you an opinion in the rain with the handling, but it was pretty stable. I love the acceleration. Acceleration's awesome. It's not very stable on the bumps from what I can tell. And this car composes itself very well, handles very well. So I am going to be posting the drag races later on today, hopefully. Try my best to get that for you guys. The side-by-side comparisons against all the supercars on my top speed drag race track, so stay tuned for that. And see you in the next one.